Ken is a new film directed by Jonathan and Josh Baker, and this film stars Dennis Quaid, Zoe Kravitz, James Franco, Jake Renner, and Miles Truitt. And this film is about a teenage boy and his adoptive brother, who's being played by Jack Reynor, embark on an adventure to escape from a vengeful criminal who's being played by James Franco, and he also trying to run away from two out of this world soldier that's looking for this mysterious weapon that these two brothers are using to protect themselves. I'm going to dive right into this film and going to give you the positives. This film is strictly a family drama, and I did get into the dramatization in this film. Throughout the film, Jack Reynor's character Jimmy and Miles Truitt's character Elijah are pretty much interacting with one another, while they're on their journey. The film did a really good job of showing the bond between two brothers. Zoe Kravitz, she plays a stripper, and she has this scene that's pretty much one of the best scenes out this whole entire movie. Her scene is just equivalent to Rihanna's scenes in the film called Valerian in 1,000 Planets or Hundreds of Planets or whatever that film is called. The performances was okay, was good. I didn't really have a problem with the performances. I think one of the best performances in the whole entire movie was James Franco's character. He plays a criminal in this film that's going after Jack Reynor's character. The directors did a really good job of bringing a 90s feel to this film. The film was colorful. The film was shot brilliantly. The cinematography was really good in this film. The gun battles was excellent. I actually had a good time watching the gun battles, of seeing the boy using the alien gun to shoot up some folks, and I was at the edge of my seat at that. But outside of all that, this film right here is pretty much two movies in one, and that is the main flaw with this film. The main problem is Jack Reynor's character's plot and Miles Truitt's character plot kind of collides with one another, and it just doesn't mesh. And Jack Reynor's character, his main motivation is to run away with his brother because he owes James Franco's character some money, so they pretty much embark on this adventure and they have to run away to places. Miles Truitt's character's plot, he notices a mysterious gun and he takes it, and while they're on a run, these two aliens are looking for this mysterious gun that he has. The film's execution was very poor, and I just really couldn't get into the movie, and that's primarily because of the pacing. The pacing was very slow, and there's times in this film where I actually got a little bored. There's times where the film focuses on a family drama, but then there's times where I'm kind of getting out of the movie and I'm just like, okay, what is this whole entire movie about? Is this about the family drama, or is it about the aliens looking for the gun? And by watching the trailer, you feel like that this film is all about them trying to run away from the aliens that's looking for the gun, but strictly this movie is not about that at all. And the aliens themselves that's looking for the gun is merely a subplot. There was a time in this movie where I was watching and they showed the aliens try to look for the gun, and I end up realizing that they were actually in the movie because I kind of forgot they were in the movie. This movie is an hour and 42 minutes, and when I'm watching this film, I'm kind of checking the time. I'm tossing and turning trying to figure out when this movie going to end. About an hour into this film, nothing was happening. I was literally just waiting, yelling at the screen, waiting for something to happen. And it's almost like you're yelling at an immovable object.
What are you doing? Do something. Make something happen. Getting tired, you're doing nothing. Move, 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 move.
Another problem I had with this film was Jack Reynor's character. Jack Reynor's character is a character that usually I couldn't get into. He was constantly making dumb decisions throughout this whole entire film. And there's this one decision where he forgot his bag that has some important items in it. And then they travel cross country, and then he realizes he forgot the bag. Then they had to go back and retrieve the bag. And I feel like the writers had to make that happen just to prolong the movie just an extra 10 minutes. Once we got into the third act, that's when the aliens start to show up. I would say the very last 15 to 10 minutes of the film. They showed up, and then the movie ended. There is a surprise cameo of a familiar face. I will not spoil, but actually once I saw his face, I was like, huh. Okay. Overall, this film was ambitious. It was trying to be a family drama. The pacing is slow. Performance is just okay. I couldn't get into Jack Reynor's character. This film has some beautiful visuals, some beautiful colors, and the cinematography was definitely brilliant. The film does feel like it's two movies in one, and I just couldn't get into the movie at all. I felt I got a little bored going into it. And the family drama does work for this film, but it's just too much of it. And I just wanted more action. I wanted more of a backstory with these two alien characters that's trying to look for the gun. So I had to give Ken a Michael Keaton Batman. This is an inefficient film. I wouldn't recommend going and seeing it in the theater. Having seen Ken, what are your thoughts on Ken? Comment below and let's get into it. And guys, and that's my review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you like everything you see and you agree, click right here, join me and the Batman family. I will have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. You are my kin. Till then, ciao.